Now everybody, I really don't understand why you guys are always hating on my landings. You know, you guys are always saying that I land very hard here in the flight simulator, which is not true at all. Let me show it to you right now. Let's come in for a landing right here in Greece just to demonstrate my buttering skills. Alright, runway coming up, let's do it. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, of course, that has been ironically been done right here. It's not like I always land like this, everybody. Yes. In today's video, we're going to talk about hard landings, and there is a reason we picked the Rhino livery for the start of this video. You know, recently I asked myself the very philosophical question, well, what is a hard landing? Where does a hard landing begin? Where does it end? Into a crash. Luckily for that, we have the Skybrary, which is, you know, a funny name because library. You can find anything about aviation here, and of course, they have the topic of hard landing very well worked through. Here we have the proper definition. What is a hard landing? A hard landing, in some regions referred to as a heavy landing, I've never heard that term ever, is a landing in which the manufacturer's touchdown limitation, expressed either as a rate of descent or as a G-loading value, has been exceeded. So that means that every plane has a specific number in the flight manual that when you exceed that number, it becomes a hard landing. Okay, that is very interesting indeed, isn't it? A hard landing has the potential to result in loss of control and or aircraft damage and will necessitate a manufacturer-defined hard landing inspection. Yes, there are hard landings inspections. And guess what the airline is that has most of those? Sorry. So yes, what that means is that every plane, you know, in its flight testing process has maybe a few hard landings just to see, well, what can the fuselage hold? DC-9 doesn't really hold too much. Okay, that was an exceptionally hard landing. I mean, Jesus Christ, that has not gone very well. Even though, you know, planes are very sturdy. I'm pretty sure we all remember this little clip here from a 737 that landed at Paro, Bhutan, very hardly above the limits. And the crew didn't really care to take an inspection. The plane just took off right away. I wouldn't have done that, but that's good. But yes, so what I've already said is that every plane really has its specific, you know, hard landing kind of limit, you know? Let's talk a little bit about the numbers of the 737. According to timesofindia.indiatimes.com, a 737 can take up to 2.1 G of landing, according to the aircraft manufacturer. Let's find that out. How much can the 737 take right here? Now, by the way, in the Skybrary, we of course have a bit of a tutorial right here. The most common cause of a hard landing is an unstable approach. All right. Yeah, really, the approach is very important and really defines how the landing is going to be. Okay, tailwind, rushed approach. Okay, it doesn't really matter. Something else that's of course important is the landing flare, which we're not going to do much of. All right. Oh, okay. A bit unstable indeed, but fine enough. All right, let's do it. Let's come in for a landing right here again. Now, how hard can we make this? I mean, that's like the problem about the flight simulator. We don't really have a lot of good crash physics right here. But there we go. That is very interesting right here. 2.09 G. That has been very close to a hard landing, but still not a hard one. And I just literally put this plane, crashed this into the runway. I do kind of understand now why the Paro 737, you know, that crashed onto the runway didn't really need inspection right there. Oh my God. But we can see the smiley right here. Yeah, that's not been all too bad. 1,000 feet per minute, that has been a proper crash. But not according to Boeing. This was apparently somewhat of a safe landing. No inspection required. That's probably the reason why Ryanair flies this. Okay, but we need a little bit more hardness right here. Now, something that I'm gonna try now is really stall the plane onto the runway. So we're gonna fly with the least speed possible and just somewhat have this plane pretty much crash onto the runway by itself. That's probably gonna work very well. Let's go ahead and do this. Yeah, never would I have known here on the channel that I would ever try to make a hard landing, okay? Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Plane's coming down nicely. Yes. Okay. Wait. That's actually been okay. What? That was crazy bad. But the landing gear collapsed. I haven't seen that one before. All right, here we go. I mean, I managed to crash the plane. That's what I'm talking about. Good one. All right, come on. Now, you know what? To increase the G load, let's just go ahead and land a little bit faster. That works as well. All right, just throw the plane to the runway. Let's do it. All right. Yeah. No. What? That's been exceptionally good. I guess old standards, right? There we go. All right, that hasn't worked either. God damn, it's hard to land a plane hard, huh? Maybe let's try another plane. The 747 hard landing. According to this guy right here on some random forum posted in 2009, The maximum touchdown of the 747 for a safe landing is 600 feet per minute. Let's go ahead and now stress test that, everybody. I mean, you know, this is a heavy plane. It's got a lot of landing gears, but honestly, I wouldn't want to land hard with this plane. By the way, throttle's absolutely broken. I have no throttle control, which means now we have to really put this down. So maybe see how that works. I mean, 600 feet per minute is plenty. It's pretty hard to hit that right here. Unless you crash like I just did. The plane doesn't react to me. It's just completely broken. Ever since this new update here for the flight simulator, every plane is just broken. This one is extremely broken. It's like, no way. The engines are stuck at 69%. I cannot control them. Even though that's a very nice number. What the hell? But yes, as it turns out, really, the 747 can also withstand a lot of landing force, and that was really a hard one. Jesus Christ. This one was now caused by an absurd amount of wind, I would guess, huh? A lot of crosswind. There we go. Pushed the plane down. Luckily, there are no passengers on board. This is a cargo 747. But yes, here we can see, really, these planes are not, you know, very sensitive. This can really hold up pretty well, and I think that's, you know, it does kind of scratch the mark of 600 feet per minute, I do have to say. By the way, it's not even the gear that I'm worried about, it's the flaps as well, and the fuselage. Which, by the way, does happen sometimes as well. Here we, for example, see a 767 landing done by an ANA flight, right? That did damage the fuselage very well, you can see. But the problem was not really the touchdown rate or anything, the hard landing, but it was really the touchdown here on the nose. Let's give this another view right here. Yeah, the touchdown, there we go. That literally creased the fuselage. Doesn't look good. Yeah, here we have a bit of a view of the aftermath, everybody. A broken 767 done by hard landing, everybody. Welcome back to Sister One. So yes, everybody, a hard landing isn't always a hard landing. It might just feel a little bit uncomfortable. I think it only really starts when you damage the plane. Now, everybody, it does start when you already kind of harm the passengers in any way. Any whiplash or anything, not really good. In my definition, I think a hard landing starts from, let's say, 400 feet per minute, and a smooth landing begins at maximum 100 feet per minute. So if you're below 100 feet per minute, you have been pretty smooth. Let's maybe try to do this again. 767 now. Let's maybe do it better than ANA. God. Yes, coming in for a very stable landing. Okay, you know what? Oh my God. Oh! Well, that was alright from the G-Lows. Passengers are happy. So yeah, guys, it is time to stop hating on my landings, and thank you very much for watching this hard video, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. As always, good night. Good night.